It is my pleasure to introduce the UA representative for the plumbers and pipe fitters, New York State Rep. John J. Murphy.
Thank you, Mario. Thank you, leader. Thank you. Thank you. And one of the greatest challenges we face in our country today is the growing sense of tribalism. Far too many Americans tend to interpret the facts based on where they stand, as opposed to listening to the facts to determine where they stand. Climate change is an emotionally charged topic, and we can all agree that climate change is real. I also believe that most, if not all, New Yorkers want clean air and a healthy environment. How we achieve those goals is where the problem lies. In order for this state to achieve its goal of zero carbon emissions by 2040 while maintaining reliable and affordable energy for New Yorkers, a sensible, all of the above transition plan is needed. Critical energy demand must be met while all viable clean sources are developed, and that includes natural gas. Our members are extremely proud of the important work they do to bring clean energy to our communities. However, well-intentioned environmental groups continue to flood social media with misconceptions that big oil and gas are fighting the clean air movement. The reality is that tens of thousands of union plumbers, pipe fitters, millwrights, insulators, laborers, and so many more are not big oil and gas. They are the middle-class New Yorkers that build and maintain the power facilities that keep the lights on and our homes warm. Our members live in New York, raise their families in New York, and they build New York. Since the implementation of the CLCPA in 2019, we no longer have to predict skyrocketing energy bills and massive job losses. We're experiencing that right now. This is only the beginning. Yet many of the loudest voices in the environmental community refuse to accept the notion that we don't have to displace middle-class union jobs to achieve climate goals. We've all heard the phrase, just transition. The denials of the NRG and Dan Scammer clean energy power facilities has put more than 1,200 building trades members out of work. Some have stated, well, these were temporary jobs. Every job for a building trades member is a temporary job. If we're not on the job, we don't get paid. We lose our medical coverage and our pension credits. The UA alone in New York City has more than 300 members unemployed and more than 100 members working in other states away from their homes in order to earn a living and maintain medical coverage for their families. They could be working at NRG or countless other facilities that are in danger of being closed. Where is their transition? Those unemployed are faced with the same high gas prices, the same high utility bills, and yet this is self-inflicted. The CLCPA is deciding who the winners and losers are. It doesn't have to be that way. One only has to look across the globe to see the hundreds of billions in capital being invested in various no and low carbon sources of energy. Experts agree that in order to move away from fossil fuel power generation, nuclear, carbon capture and storage, and hydrogen have to be in the mix. Intermittent renewables can't do it alone. Since the closing of Indian Point, which was a zero emissions facility, fossil fuel generation in New York City has increased double digits. The average age of the 70-plus facilities is 51 years old. It's more important now than ever to retire and retrofit the old gas and diesel polluting plants that are making the problem worse and build high-efficiency plants that will employ thousands of building trades members while maintaining reliable and affordable energy for the residents of the state. It's just common sense. NRG and Dan Scammer are positioned to operate using 30% hydrogen from day one and 100% zero emissions hydrogen by 2040. Picture retrofitting fossil fuel power generating facilities across the state to 100% hydrogen facilities that provide clean, reliable energy and sustain thousands of middle-class jobs built by New Yorkers. That is a just transition. Thank you.